Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about how the fuck I got the way I am. How did I get here? How did my life go? Where did it go wrong? This is the third time that I'm recording this because I struggle so much talking about this, and I took notes. Okay, I took like four pages of notes, and I was still all over the place all the time. So let's just get into it, shall we? So first things first, as a child I was so happy, so extroverted. um I would smile at strangers and talk to them, and I don't know, hearing that from my parents, it's so weird. I just can't imagine that. But I was always kind of a bit like chubby, a bit bigger, but it never was a problem until I finished primary school. So I went to fifth grade in 2009. It was a new school, and with the new school came the bully. And so it all started to go downhill from there, I guess. I did have a group of friends that helped me get through that. They didn't really like help me with the bullying, but like I felt safer with them, and it got to a point where my self-esteem was getting really bad, and I only felt safe with my friends, so I became really dependent on them, kind of. And during those times, food just kind of was my savior, I guess. It was a stress relief. It helped me deal with my emotions, no matter if they were positive or negative emotions. Food was kind of always there. So that meant I kept gaining weight. In late 2013, I actually lost all my friends. My friend group of like 6 people, I lost them all. And now that I didn't have that kind of shield around me, the bullying got worse. But now I was on my own, all by myself. Had to deal with it alone. Good thing is, my amazing mother, she really tried to help me. She actually went to the principal and talked about the issue, but the principal didn't care. So the school did nothing to help me. Around this time is also when I started smoking. So not only did it destroy my mental health, it also kind of destroyed my physical health. This was also the time when I started to harm myself on purpose. I became severely depressed, and my anxiety kept me from going to school pretty much every week, multiple times. And it went so far that I almost ended my life. The bullying didn't stop. People in my class knew that I self-harmed, and it still didn't stop. And even one grade above us started to chime in because apparently it's so fun. Of course, this also means my grades suffered like a lot. Like, I was never a super good student. I was like average, I guess. But ninth grade, I almost didn't pass because I missed so much school and I was so depressed that I wasn't able to study or anything. So at that point, I had only one option. I had to switch schools. So I did. I switched to a school where I could finish school after 10th grade. So I graduated. I found great friends there as well. Sadly, the bullying can't just be like forgotten or reversed. It happened, and it messed me up a lot. The damage was done. Since I didn't know what was happening to me at that point, I didn't seek help or like therapy or whatever. Like, I knew that something was wrong, but I didn't know what. I thought I was just lazy, I was attention seeking and all that stuff. And so after school, I wanted to start an internship in a kindergarten because I thought that would be my dream job. And honestly, it started off great. The kids loved me and I loved the kids. My colleagues were great. at the beginning. What was supposed to be a 12-month internship ended up being a 9-month internship because after I started to get bullied and harassed by the staff of the kindergarten, I quit. I dealt with it for a few months. First few months were fine, and then it started, and I dealt with it. And then things happened, and I said, you know what? This is the line. I'm leaving. Around that time, I kind of drifted apart with the friends from 10th grade as well. It's also the time where I started like dating properly, which came with a lot of me getting harassed and abused and used and everything. And yeah, on top of all my anxiety and trust issues, I now also was kind of afraid of men. Since I had to do something with my life, I started to go to school again, where I found another great friend group with my, I think she was probably the best friend I've ever had. And we stick together through that second year of school as well. A few weeks before we graduated, we also drifted apart. Around that time is also when I met my now boyfriend. So that is probably the only reason why I've survived all that. Because losing that friend at that point, that was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I told myself it's my fault that people just leave me because I'm a horrible person, and all of that ended in me starving off 20 kilograms. Since my mental health was really bad, I decided to take a year off from like school and work and everything. I just needed a break. In October of that year, my boyfriend and I actually got together properly. He was the person that told me, hey, please reach out to someone, please seek help. Because at that point I was still self-harming. I still had suicidal ideations. I was so depressed. My anxiety basically ruined my day-to-day life. It was horrible. So I reached out to my primary care doctor, and he helped me find a psychiatrist. So in early 2019, I went to a rehab center, which in general it made me feel great, but something I regret a lot is I let them tell me that my family wasn't good for me, which is absolute bullshit. Like at that time, no one in my family, not even myself, knew what was going on with me. So the psychiatrist in the rehab center said, hey, they're not supporting you, they're not accepting your diagnosis, blah, blah, blah. And in hindsight, I'm like, well, they didn't know any better. And since then, like, my family is so supportive in everything I do, and they help me so much. And in hindsight, this was such bullshit, and I shouldn't have listened, but better late than never, I guess. So, having been told that, I also tried to move out of my parents' home, but it didn't work due to financial issues. So, all of that brought me into a new spiral of depression, and I got worse again. So, in September 2019, I actually went to a proper psych ward where I only stayed for 10 days, and then I said goodbye, peace out, because they treated me like shit. And I'm not saying like they had an issue with me personally, they treated everyone like shit. Like, I just was at a point where I'm like, I don't need this bad. I'd rather work on it myself than stay here. During that time, my former best friend and I also rekindled again, but ultimately in 2020 we stopped contact again due to various reasons that I'm not going into. So since after the first rehab I went to, I had therapy, and then in 2021 I finally felt like it started to work, and I was slowly making some good progress. And a big issue I had is I was still gaining weight. Even through therapy, I couldn't figure out how to stop myself from overeating and all that stuff. So I kept gaining weight while my mental health tried to get better. It was kind of, I was kind of fight, like in my brain there were two parts fighting against each other. The one part who's like, hey, we're getting better, this is going great, blah blah, and the other part who is, well, you're still a fat fuck. How can you feel better when you look like this, you know? So that was great. Just FYI, after I starved off those 20 kilograms in 2018, I kept it off for like half a year, and then I gained it all back, plus like by now 30 kilos more. My therapist and I decided in 2022, in early 2022, that I should go to rehab again, to a different rehab center, to a different facility. And honestly, I think that facility saved my life. They helped me so much. I feel so much better since I was there. I have made so much progress, especially with my anxiety. It's amazing. I have to this day I have no idea what exactly happened, but it happened and I'm glad. Even before the last rehab, I stopped self-harming, so I'm over 1 year self-harm free now, and I'm super proud of that. I do not have any suicidal ideations. I joke about it a lot, but like I don't want to die anymore, you know? Like my will to live is back. And it went as far as me feeling so good that I finally could start uni. I do study from home, so that makes it a lot easier on my mental health, but it's still such a huge step for me, and I'm so happy about it because I'm studying my dream job. And in late 2022, I actually got my first tattoo for my birthday. My parents and my boyfriend paid for it, and it is... My story isn't over yet. I don't know if it's flipped. And here the heart with a semicolon. I don't know if you know the quote. Like, I'm gonna tell you the reason for this tattoo. But there is a quote that says, an author uses a semicolon when he could end a sentence, but he decides not to. And you are the author, and the sentence is your life. So now we're here on my journey to weight loss surgery, my final step, I guess. I'm here over 1 year self-harm free. Finally in uni. I finished 4 years of therapy. I have an amazing family and a loving boyfriend who support me no matter what and are always there for me. And they've stayed with me through all of this shit so far, and I have no doubts that it's been super exhausting for them. But I'm so thankful for all of them. The thing is that my weight is currently my biggest issue. I'm at a point where my depression, anxiety, my BPD, this stuff doesn't affect me as much anymore. My weight is literally my biggest problem right now. My last hope after trying so many things is weight loss surgery. I think it will go great. I will soon probably get my appointment because finally I will be able to like my outside matches the inside, then you know what I mean. And but yeah, that is it. This is how we got to today. And I'm sharing this story because I hope to reach people with it. I want people to know that words fucking hurt. Bullying can destroy a person's life. Not everyone is as fortunate as me to have a loving family, the ability to go to therapy, it being paid by insurance. So please watch your mouth. Don't be rude. Be kind to each other. Treat people how you want to be treated, with respect and kindness. I can say that it can get better. It really does. And by the way, I used to hate when people said that, oh, it gets better, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm here saying the same thing. This is it for this video. We've done it. My life story. Yay! I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in more content about me. there's gonna be more weight loss surgery content soon. And let me know what else you guys want to see down in the comments below. I'll try to make it happen. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time.